Did you know there's a tiny island nestled in the vast expanse of Lake Victoria that, despite its diminutive size, has sparked territorial disputes, drawn hundreds of fishermen, and even become a magnet for thrill-seekers? Welcome to Migingo Island, where economic prosperity intertwines with ancient superstitions, and over 500 residents cram onto less than half a hectare, treating it as if it were their own bustling town. But what is it that makes Migingo so extraordinary? Join me as we uncover the secrets of this speck on the map, whose history is as captivating as it is unexpected. Picture the enormous Lake Victoria, then imagine a mere pinpoint amid that expanse of water. Migingo Island is so small you can barely spot it on a chart, under 1 hectare, not even the size of a standard football pitch. Yet don't let its scale fool you. This speck supports a thriving fishing economy that handles staggering sums of money. Its importance is straightforward. Migingo is surrounded by some of the richest Nile perch grounds in existence, a fish in immense global demand. This abundance transforms the island into a beacon for fishermen from near and far. Though tiny, its waters are a veritable treasure trove, elevating this little island to a strategic hotspot across the region. Often the most valuable places carry the quirkiest backstories, and Migingo is no exception. A few decades ago, the island was dismissed as an insignificant rock. Moreover, locals whispered that malevolent spirits inhabited it, dooming any soul brave or foolish enough to set foot there. Consequently, nobody dared venture to its shores. Then in the 1990s, a band of intrepid fishermen these superstitions and stumbled upon an underwater bonanza, a fish population far more plentiful than anyone had imagined. This revelation altered everything. Migingo transformed into a promised land for anglers, who flocked from Kenya and Tanzania in droves, eager to strike it rich. What was once an overlooked rock became the dream destination for those willing to challenge the old curses and capitalize on its bounty. Migingo's entire economy revolves around fishing. The famed Nile perch is the island's primary economic engine. To illustrate its impact, in just 1 week, Migingo's fishermen can earn up to 3 times more than their mainland counterparts make in a month. Nile perch commands an exceptionally high demand in European and Asian markets. Its tender, flavorful fillets fetch premium prices internationally. Indeed, Lake Victoria's fish exports contribute over $500 million annually to the regional economy, and Migingo plays a pivotal role in that figure. For many, the island is not only a lifeline for its inhabitants, but also a cornerstone for the broader industry that depends on this sought-after species. Life on Migingo is, to say the least, unique. Imagine more than 500 individuals squeezed into under half a hectare, translating to a population density exceeding 100,000 per square kilometer. Homes here are not lavish estates, but makeshift huts crafted from wood and corrugated metal, with every inch utilized and no room to spare. Infrastructure is virtually non-existent. There are no bathrooms, forcing residents to use the lake as an ad latrine, and living conditions are so rudimentary that outsiders might label them chaotic. Yet islanders have adapted, forging a way of life in this extreme environment and forming a resilient, self-reliant community. What appears inhospitable at first glance is actually a hive of constant activity. Small grocery stalls, tailor shops, and impromptu pharmacies have sprung up. Although fishing underpins the economy, the ancillary businesses are vital. From handcrafted clothing to basic provisions, Migingo's shops supply goods and services that would otherwise require a lengthy trip to the mainland. Thus, amid its ramshackle dwellings and cramped alleyways, Migingo has nurtured an informal economy that not only sustains but animates the island, giving it the impression of having everything, despite its tiny footprint. One might expect chaos in a place lacking formal authority, yet Migingo has established a community-led justice system that outperforms expectations. Without a police presence, residents hold regular assemblies where every voice is heard. Decisions are reached by consensus, and remarkably, crime remains nearly non-existent. Since 1991, only 6 thefts have been recorded. Minor offenses like petty theft are met with simple yet effective punishments, a few lashes with a cane. This approach demonstrates that a small, self-governed society can thrive, maintaining balance through mutual respect and cooperation. However, Migingo is not entirely peaceful. The island sits at the heart of a territorial tug-of-war between Kenya and Uganda, each claiming ownership of this small yet valuable land. Interestingly, the conflict focuses less on acreage and more on controlling its rich fishing grounds, especially for Nile perch. In the 2000s, as fishing activity surged, pirates emerged. Seeking protection, fishermen turned to neighboring states. Uganda dispatched its marine guards and established a camp on Mingo. This security came at a cost. Taxes and regulations the fishermen had never faced. Tensions flared between Kenyan and Ugandan fishers, earning Mingo the unofficial title of Africa's smallest battlefield. Lake Victoria is enduring a severe ecological crisis. Over the past 40 years, overfishing and habitat degradation have wiped out approximately 80% of its native species. Yet curiously, Mingo's fish stocks have remained remarkably intact, turning the island into a refuge for those reliant on fishing. This resilience makes Mingo a standout example of survival and adaptation in an otherwise beleaguered lake. Surprisingly, Mingo has begun to attract tourists eager to experience its unusual way of life. Tourist visits are growing but strictly limited to one-day stays, as per island regulations. Despite political frictions, travelers are captivated by this compact community and its storied past, making Mingo an unconventional destination that blends adventure with cultural immersion. Daylight hours aren't the only ones bustling. Mingo comes alive at night. Despite its constraints, the island hosts bars, an improvised casino, and simple lodgings. After a long day's work, fishermen unwind under the stars, swapping tailies and laughter in local watering holes. Though it may appear chaotic, this nighttime camaraderie imparts Mingo with a distinct rhythm and charm. A mere 650 meters away lies Migingo Island, significantly larger yet nearly deserted. Why does Migingo remain empty despite its expansiveness? Here, where the tale grows eerie. Local lore claims the same dark spirit, once believed to haunt Mingo, migrated to Migingo. This ominous presence has shrouded Migingo in fear, deterring most would-be settlers. Only a handful of families and a small team of scientists dare to live there, studying the lake's ecosystems. Meanwhile, Mingo's fishermen choose the vibrant close-quarters life over the solitary, chilling seclusion of Migingo, an emblem of how cultural and emotional ties often outweigh purely practical considerations.